So you are thinking of making a move to Denver, Colorado in 2024, and you're concerned or at least curious about what our homeless situation here is like. Well, you found the right video because in today's video, I'm going to break down 4 statistics that'll give you a really clear idea of what our homelessness situation is like here in Denver. And then make sure to stay to the end of the video because I'm going to share some important perspective I think people have when moving here about the homeless situation we have going on here. Before I dive into the video, I want to say that I know homelessness is a sensitive issue and a complete tragedy. It is such a sensitive issue that people are now asking to not use the word homeless, but instead say unhoused. I'm going with the word homeless for simplicity's sake for this video because not everybody is aware of the term unhoused yet. I'm not trying to make a political statement by using the word homeless. It's just a word that we all know what it means. And as a real estate agent here in Denver, it's a question I get asked a lot from people who are moving to our state. So I thought I'd make this video in 2024 and every single January moving forward, continue to do a new update. Let's go ahead and dive in. And by the way, if you're new to my channel, my name is Torrey Drake. I am a local Denver realtor. So if you have any questions, comments, concerns about making a move here, buying or selling, my contact information is below. And I do want to extend a friendly invitation for you to reach out. Let's dive into the video. And by the way, all the reports I used to get this data is linked in the description below if you want to check those out. The first statistic to share is a really simple and short one, so we're going to breeze through it, is that Denver is ranked the 10th highest city in America in terms of homeless. We're the 10th highest city with a homeless population. Thing to note, number 2, about our homeless population, I got my notes here because it's a lot of numbers, I want to make sure I get it accurate, is that our total homeless population in Denver is sitting around 6,800. And to give you context of what that looks like compared to other cities, the first, as of the articles I read, the city with the highest homeless population is Los Angeles with 65,000 versus our 6,800. New York is in second place with 61,000 versus our 6,800. Third place is Santa Clarita with 13,000, so huge drop. First place, LA, 65,000. Second place, New York, 61,000. Then third place, Santa Clarita County with 13,000. And then to give you some perspective of some cities that have a smaller homeless population than Denver, is Dallas is sitting around 4,300 versus our 6,800, and Philly is sitting around 4,700 versus our 6,800, and there's about 2,000 in Boston versus our 6,800. So we are 10th place, and hopefully comparing it to some cities there gives you some perspective on the size of Denver relative to our homeless population. That being said, our current mayor is doing a lot to combat homelessness. He took office, I think, in July 18th or 19th of 2023, and his very first day, he declared a state of emergency with our homeless population and said that by the end of the year, so less than 6 months, he wanted to build 1,000 small homes to create a community for the homeless and put 1,000 homeless people in those homes in less than 6 months. And he actually did it, believe it or not. There's a small micro community off of a street called Peoria here, and it's about a studio-sized building. It's got air conditioning, heat, a community laundry center for the whole community. It's got a desk, a bed, everything like that, and they do a lot of job fairs for them as well. So our mayor is doing a ton to combat the homelessness situation, which I think is really admirable. Which makes me feel really optimistic that our city is taking this issue seriously, both for the non-homeless in Denver and the homeless, because everybody needs a cleaner, safer city, whether you're homeless or not. And the fact that they built that micro community, it was supposed to take 18 months to complete that, and they did it in less than 6. Not only did they complete it, but they filled it with 1,000 homeless people, which is fantastic that they have shelter, warmth, laundry, all that good stuff. And by the way, if you are digging the video, please consider hitting like and subscribe. It's a cheesy ask, but it does mean a lot to me. Jumping back in, the third statistic to know is that our homeless population has increased by 58% since 2016. However, pretty much every major city, unfortunately, has had an increase in homelessness, but Denver most certainly has as well, the 58% increase since 2016. And the last statistic to know before I share some perspective I think people would benefit from hearing is that Denver is putting our money where our mouth is when we're saying we're going to deal with this homelessness situation. What I mean by that is our spending in 2021 was $465 million towards helping the homeless. Now in 2023, it is $749 million. So 2021, $465 million. 2023, 749 million, which just goes to show between the micro communities we built, putting 1,000 homelessness in there, completing an 18-month project in just under 6 months, and our spending going from 465 million to 749 million in 2 years. It shows that it's tragic. It's tragic that we have homeless, that there is homelessness, but it shows that our city is really doing something about it, in my opinion. If you disagree, I respect your opinion. However, I think our city is really trying. And to wrap it all up, some perspective to share. This is just my opinion, so take it or leave it. If it makes you upset, I'm sorry. But if a city has a bad homeless population or not, completely depends on where you're from. I am from California and I lived in Los Angeles for a long time. Compared to LA, which is in first place, I think it's not nearly as noticeable. I still notice it for sure, and I've seen it increase over the years, which is sad. If you're from a small town in maybe, I don't know, Missouri that has no homeless, this is going to be a culture shock for you. So just keep in mind it's relative to where you are from. I hope this gave you some information you need as you consider a move here into Denver. If you need any help, questions, guidance, anything I can help with in regards to Denver real estate, moving here, my contact information is below. I just shook the camera, sorry. And I want to extend a friendly invitation for you to reach out. If you like the content, hit like, hit subscribe, and I will see you on the next one.